Canon's line of RF lenses is seriously changing the game. I used to only shoot with prime lenses, but now with this 15-35 and a bunch of other RF lenses that I've switched over from the EF side to RF side, my goodness, it is insane the image quality and the sharpness that you're getting with a zoom lens. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing the very first ever lens review. So today we are talking about the Canon RF 15-35mm, which has been shot on the Canon R5, which is currently shooting this video, but all the samples that you see today are with this lens and camera combo. Today we are not talking about the technical side at all. If you want to see all the numbers, you want to see full-on detailed analytical knowledge about this lens, there are way better reviewers out there. But instead today I want to show you real-world examples of client shoots that I've shot with this particular lens, because for me, I mostly shoot engagements, portraits, and graduation sessions. At least for the people side, aside from the product photography side. So that is what I want to show you today. We'll talk about some advantages and then some setbacks as well. Now, here's what I love about this lens. You do not miss moments with this lens, which is arguably the #1 goal in photography. You get everything in frame because it's a wide angle lens, and because it goes really wide at 15mm, you can also get a ton of landscape in the frame. This is why this lens is really changing my perspective a bit in terms of the way I shoot, because I feel like a lot of us automatically go towards 50, 85mm and just crush the background. But in reality, I think we kind of forget that when we are booking client photos, on the client side, I feel like they're focusing on two major things. One of it is of course going to be their outfits, and then secondly is going to be the location, which is why you're meeting them at a specific place. If you crush the location all the time with 85mm, it kind of defeats the purpose, right? So with this 15-35, you get the landscape, you get the reason why they're booking you there. That's just for me. Let me know if you feel the same way, but I feel like having this particular lens, the 15-35, it really keeps you grounded in terms of capturing the landscape and the couple, the portraits that you're doing, all of that together. On top of that, it shoots at f2.8 throughout the entire 15-35, so it maintains that subtle bokeh even with a wide landscape shot, and this lens really produces some beautiful images. Another thing I really enjoy about this is that it is tack sharp, and paired with the Canon R5, the autofocus, let me tell you now, it is lightning fast. But the facial recognition software that Canon is using nowadays is just unreal. Maybe out of the 1400 shots that I get in the 1 hour session, I would miss 3 of them. That is a crazy amount of things that you have in focus. I feel like the facial detection software in the R5 paired with this lens nowadays really makes you spoiled, because it is just My biggest worry before getting this lens was whether it would produce that dreamy, punchy, sharp look that you get with prime lenses, especially primes at 35, 50, and so on. Because if you've used those janky lenses, the 15-55, the 24-105, all those lenses, they don't really produce that nice image that you get with prime lenses. Like nowadays, our phones can take better photos than those kit lenses. So that was my biggest worry, and let me tell you now that it is light years away from what you can do with the kit lens. The 15-35 is beyond amazing. It honestly shoots as a prime lens. You can't even tell whether it's shot on a prime lens or zoom lens. Yes, the background isn't as crushed as it would be with other lenses going down to 2.0, and I would have loved to see this lens at f2.0, but again, this is a wide angle lens, and the whole purpose of it is to really capture a large part of the scene. You don't need and you don't really miss the lower f-stops with this lens, because that's not really what it's intended for. And the last few points I want to mention about it is that it does have image stabilization, which is always a plus, because it's nice not having to worry about carrying a tripod with you everywhere, with the lens having IS, and if paired with R5, there's also IBIS, and shooting at a higher shutter speed, literally your photos will be stable for most consumer end shots without a tripod. The only drawback I found with this lens is that yes, there is slight vignetting, but it's so easy to fix in Lightroom with literally one click. You just have to click lens correction in post and you are set. However, if that's something that you are worried about, just know that it's there, but honestly, it's super fixable and not a big deal. Overall, if you're looking to introduce some variety into your shots, if you want to incorporate a ton of landscape along with your couple or your subject in focus, if you're looking for the most ideal landscape lens, if you're looking for a lens that could just honestly do it all and just get everything in frame and not worry about, those huge family photo shoots and all that, if you want to make sure that everyone and everything is tack sharp, this is the lens for you. And that is my first ever review here on this channel. Let me know if you have any questions about this lens, if you want me to incorporate other details in future reviews. I'd love to know, because I can't get better without your feedback. So I hope you found this video helpful in some way or another. If you are interested in picking up this lens, please consider using the affiliate link down in the description box down below. And with that, thank you all so much for being here, and I'll see you all in the next video.